Hello everyone, would like to welcome you on my channel. Today we are doing SAGA Battle Report. This is a game I cannot, prize enough. I mean, it's one of those games that actually both parties involved in a game can enjoy it, like throughout the whole game. Well, this is not so obvious in certain games, especially those big systems from the big, producers. We've been doing a lot around SAGA lately, trying to make it popular in our neighborhood, let's call it. We're doing okay, but we're moving at a slow pace, I suppose. This is the first report, so I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so obviously this is a match of Scots against Anglo-Saxons. I'm leading the Scots. We played the scenario Desecration from the Book of Battles, and here it is, pretty much how our setup looked like. So on the left side, furthermost, there's like 8 herd guards. Behind them there's a warrior with the bannerman. I mean, the bannerman is just for looks, and he still doesn't have the banner yet. Then next to them, to the right, there is 10 warriors. On the bottom there is a 5 warriors unit. Above them there is a unit of 12 levies with bows, and to the right, to the far right, there is a 4 health guard on horses. My opponent's force, starting from the right, levies with bows, then whole big group of levies with with hand weapons. Then there's a small herd guard, these guys with white and blue shields. Next to them there is a warlord. Then another group of levies with bows. Then there are warriors, and again there is a big herd guard unit of 8. And this is how it looked before we started. First turn for the Anglo-Saxons. Well, nothing really dramatic or spectacular happened in terms of SAGA abilities. As you can see here, this big group of herd guard, they started to approach my objective. In the middle, the warriors moved so they can guard Wojtek's objective, actually. And in the far right, everything actually moved toward me, toward their objective, sort of like it was unsure what they are up to. And it was pretty much it for the Anglo-Saxons. Well, in my first turn, also nothing very spectacular. I mean, I moved my herd guard twice. As you can see here, they got fatigued because I didn't want, those pesky Anglo-Saxons to do something bad with my objective. My warlord followed closely. He's, as you can see, next to the another objective, but he is in range of the herd guard. Well, in the middle, I'll actually sort of like put my warriors in the harm's way, if I may say so. I mean, I had interestingly filled my board with a good stuff, so I sort of like braced for impact, for possible attack by the Anglo-Saxons from the field. We'll see. And on the far right, not much. I just moved my horses a bit closer to the objective, and it was pretty much it for the turn. Okay, so second turn for Anglo-Saxons. This looked like it's going to see some serious actions. As you can see, the Wojtek's, my opponent's warriors, sprang out of the field, ready to hit my Scots. It's not really visible, but on the right side, I mean, you can clearly see the shields. On the left side, sorry, there is also a Wojtek's herd guard. So my unit was endangered. Seriously, I mean, I was pretty sure that both of those units are going to attack me. So I pretty much have a full board of my combos. So I decided that actually I'm just gonna focus on one of those units and build it up as much as I can. So Wojtek actually started with the Clash of Shields and the Valiant Hearts, so he took half of my attacks. But like I said, I went to town and I did like hold at bay, then long spears, bay on the wall, and counter attack. So yeah, it was a pretty powerful combo actually. So I did rather good. As you can see here, I didn't lose anything. Wojtek lost 4 warriors. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I didn't do all that great, all considering. I mean, considering all the abilities I used. Well, anyway, the bloody Anglo-Saxon had to retreat. But then, of course, the inevitable happened, and I was charged by the Hearth Guard. Okay, just a small remark: the monk among the Hearth Guard is there just for variety. It's just a normal Hearth Guard person, if I may say so. Well, anyway, yeah, like you can see here, I was charged by the Hearth Guard, and well, this time I didn't do all that great. Wojtek used my fatigued, and I lost 5 guys, and well, I had to retreat this time. On the far right, not much actually happened. This is the big unit of levies, and they just approached. I mean, they moved forward toward the objective where my horses were guarding it, if you can remember. And this was pretty much it for that turn. So, my turn. Time for some retaliation, I think. So, I was in a good situation, and this enemy Hearth Guard in the middle of my troops was rather unfortunate for my opponent. I used the Warlord ability to activate the Hearth Guard for the first time. These guys that you can see are jumping out of the field. And then I moved my warriors a bit. These are the warriors that lost 5 of the ranks. They moved here in order to clear the field for the arrow dudes. Actually, and well, the first thing I did, I mean, in terms of attacking the Hearth Guard, I used to reach the SAGA ability that allows me to actually use my non-shooting units to shoot, like they were armed with javelins. So I did that. I mean, at first, I mean, not everyone could shoot. Some of the Hearth Guards were out of range, but well, it started not very well. I killed like one dude, but then in the end, actually, along with the bowfire, for which I used diversionary volley that allowed me to get like 2 additional dice. Well, I killed 3 Hearth Guards. It's kind of okay. I mean, it's shooting in Saga. It's not like you're going to wipe something out. Well, usually not anyway. But it was a nice, start. And then, of course, my Scots screaming freedom. Of course, they charged the Anglo-Saxons. And well, the only thing I didn't have really more abilities on my board. I used Stand Together in order to prevent Wojtek from closing his ranks, because this allowed me to be a defender actually, although I'm attacking, so he couldn't simply. And well, yeah, I killed everyone except the bloody monk. I mean, well, like we already established, it's just a normal Hearth Guard. So not so bad actually. I was quite happy with how the things were turning out on this flank and the middle actually on the board. And this was pretty much it for my turn. Anglo-Saxons turn 3. So here you can see that the one remaining Hearth Guard, the monk dude, moved away from my troops. I mean, well, yeah, Wojtek is trying to protect him somewhat. I mean, he's still generating this one guy, Saga dice, so in this regard he's certainly important. On the right flank, again, the big group of ladies approached, I mean, moved toward my horses and the objective. Well, I was not concerned, actually, but still. And on this picture, it's not really clear, but the warlord, you can see him kind of blurry in the back. He moved toward my Hearth Guard. Well, Wojtek was sort of like tempting me and counting on me doing certain things. At least that's what I think he was thinking. What came out of this? Well, you will see in the next turn, because this was pretty much it for Anglo-Saxons. Okay, so my turn. So what we can see here is the situation just before I acted. Now what we can see here is this one lonely Herdgar person, the guy that was left from the Anglo-Saxons Herdgar, and I suppose what my opponent was thinking, that this guy was a tempting target and the easiest thing would be for me to just charge him with my health guard and just kill him, depriving Wojtek of one die. And this is what I actually thought of doing at first. But then I thought that, well, I can do this differently, because, well, this warlord is a very juicy target. I mean, the Anglo-Saxon warlord. Wojtek fired up Bretwald, which gave him, I mean, made the warlord like a 10 people unit, and also had like a +6 save, so he wasn't such a easy target. Well, but still, so what I did, I actually shoot the lone Anglo-Saxon Herdgar to death with my bowman, and then I just decided to charge the warlord and, well, kill him no matter what. And then I did it. I mean, I did what I did was a bit of overkill, because I fired, like, quite a few things, among others, wall of spears and beyond the wall. I think I used this combination for the first time. So when I rolled the dice, and everything below the 6 or below the 6 gave me like a 1 attack and 1 defense die. So all in all, for the first time I had like 32 attack dice.
Manny, bring me everyone. What do you mean everyone? Everyone!
So yeah, well, as you can see, when I finally charged warlord, Saxon warlord, well, he just died. No matter if he was defense 6, I just chopped him to little pieces, and it was pretty much everything I did during that round. Like I said, a bit of overkill, but I really wanted to kill this warlord. So while I was celebrating my victories on the left flank and in the center, there was a crisis brewing on my right flank. As you can see here, the big group of levy troops managed to get to my horses. With 2 activations, well, it wasn't that hard. I didn't really see this coming. Well, basically, yet again, I have demonstrated to myself and to my opponent how not to use a cavalry. Because this is our second serious game, if I may call it serious. And in our first game, I did something equally stupid with the cavalry, and they all died. And yeah, and here pretty much the same. So Wojtek, my opponent, he fired some SAGA abilities, Valiant Hearts, Call to Arms, which made warriors out of these ladies, and closed ranks, and that gave him like 17 attacks. And after the fight, well, this is what it looked like. I killed like 4 levies, and he killed my Herdgar. So yeah, this is very poor for me, obviously. And it also means that a rather big disadvantage for me, because he will be able to attack this objective and destroy it, possibly, if I don't do well, something. To add to insult, you can see this group of Anglo-Saxon archers, and a bit blurry on in the left corner down. You can see my Herdgar, these guys that killed the warlord, and the archers opened fire on my Herdgar, and there's like 6 of them, so in between them they get like 3 attacks, wounding me on 5s. Well, yet of course they managed to kill one of my noblemen. Well, that's not very good, and it's very insulting. So yeah, well, anyway, this was pretty much it for Anglo-Saxons' turn. Okay, so in my turn, I decided to try to do something about the situation on my right flank. So as you can see here, I moved with my warriors and my archers towards the enemy troops. And actually, my 5 warriors, they were in range of one activation. I mean, they were able just to, with one activation, to charge those guys and, well, at least prevent them from destroying the objective. But, well, I made a mistake. I decided, I mean, it was an okay decision, it just I didn't foresee what it will bring. So I decided to shoot at those warriors first, and I did it with my archers, and, well, I just like killed one guy. But my opponent did the right thing, and he removed the miniature that was the closest to my warriors, and therefore he deprived me of a charge. I mean, obviously I could like do 2 activations and still get to them, but then I still wanted to do something in the center. So, well, I just left it for the moment the way it was. So back into the center, my courageous Herdguard charged the enemy warriors. These are the warriors that suffered casualties at the very beginning of the game. And, well, again, my Herdguard did splendidly, and they just killed those remaining warriors. Well, Seamus, that is visible here, well, he just tripped on the fence and died. Well, bad things happen. Well, anyway, if we can look at the situation, so here it is in the center, and the right flank looks kind of promising. Certainly, my Herdguard is now in a position to get to the objective and try to destroy them. Of course, there is enemy Herdguards, those 4 guys with the blue and white shields approaching, and they surely will try to do something to prevent that. And the right flank, which is, well, doesn't look all that great for me. There is an enemy warriors, I mean levies, who will probably destroy my objective. And this is what it looked like, and this was pretty much it for my turn. At the beginning of the turn 5 of Anglo-Saxons, well, inevitable happened, and my objective was destroyed. So, you know, a game that looks like very easy for me started to look not all that great. And, well, in the center, the situation got even worse and more insulting than that. This visible 4 people Herdguard of Anglo-Saxons charged my 6 people Herdguard, and, well, in the ensuing fight, what can you say? I lost it. I mean, the situation is, as you can see here, well, he lost 2 and I lost 4. So yeah, he did like a crazy, you know, save roll, and well, this is the result in which I had to retreat, and therefore I gave the control of the objective to Wojtek. So yeah, this is not very good. This is actually beginning to look kind of bleak. Well, like I said, this game looked like you know, just walk in the park for me from the moment when I slaughtered the left flank and the center, and now well, it doesn't look all that great. Well, anyway, this was pretty much it for that turn. With the beginning of the turn 5 of mine, turn 5, the only thing I had in my head was to get to some objective and destroy it. And since the one in the middle in the field was kind of blocked for now, I decided to use my warriors. These are the guys in the middle that won the initial fight of the game. So I activated them twice, and they actually managed to get to the objective, and luckily enough, they destroyed it. So yeah, this was pretty much it. I didn't do anything of note during the turn, but well, this put me on ease a bit, because at least in the destroyed objective we were equal. So. God of Dice decided that we will play one more turn. Yeah, okay, so what you can see here, these are the enemies, levies, the ones that destroyed my objective. They just running away. I mean, they moving farther away from me to simply deny me any points for killing them. Well, smart, I suppose. In the middle, quite the opposite. The Wojtek's Health Guard charged my Health Guard. You know, two of his guys charged two of my guys. And well, this time my Health Guard did okay. I mean, it was a draw. So the enemy had to retreat. And well, in the middle-ish, my warriors, the one that destroyed the objective, were shotted by the enemy archers from the right flank. And again, it has not too many shots, you know, shouldn't be very effective. Yet they killed two of my warriors. Well, this was bad. I mean, it was good that they didn't kill three, because that would take me under the SAGA dice ability to produce SAGA dice for this unit. And well, I still have to play one more turn, so I would rather keep my dice. Well, in the middle, Wojtek decided to actually charge me again with his battered head guard. I mean, there was two of his guys against two of mine, but he had like a 2 fatigue on him by now because of the previous fight. So I did have an advantage, and of course I blew it. I mean, he again rolled some, you know, funny defense die, but in the end it was a draw. But I would consider this like I lost it, because he again managed to kill my Health Guard while the advantage was mine, and this still caused this objective to be blocked for me. Well, this was pretty much it for the Anglo-Saxon last turn. So onward to the last turn of the Scots. So, in my last turn, my warlord decided that he had enough of this incompetence and other things, and he charged the remaining bodyguard, I mean Anglo-Saxon bodyguard himself, and just slew him right away. Actually, I had a pretty few things on my battle board, and since this was the end, I just fired all of it pretty much and slaughtered this poor guy. So after that, my lonely Health Guard tried to charge the objective and destroyed him, but well, he failed miserably. This is how the situation looked at the end of this turn. So basically, I did have a bird control. I did rather good. I wasn't quite sure about the result, because well, this is actually the first time we played this. Scenario, so I didn't know how much the destroyed objective will come into play. Well, anyway, after we counted the points, it was obvious that it was a victory for the Scots. So, well, the end, obviously. Very nice game. All the more that I actually won. Yeah, but again, you know, this game kind of like proves my point that, you know, it is like a strong rule set that allows both participants to actually enjoy the game and you know, have a hope of winning it until the end. And well, this is not very obvious in every systems, you know. So yeah, well, this is pretty much it for today. I hope you guys enjoy it. There will be more in the near future, I think. So thanks again for watching, and until the next time.